This rear sprocket was toast, so I decided to replace it with another sprocket that I had from another bike. It was a real pain to have to go back and measure that little tool device that goes in there for the sprocket removal. I had to make sure that it was the right diameter to fit inside, so I needed calipers for that. The one I have was 21 millimeters, but they have all different sizes, so if you're going to do this, you have to measure the size, and you have to know how many splines. This one had 12 splines and 21 millimeter diameter. From what I've read and seen on YouTube, it said, you put it in a vise and pull. I tried putting a wrench on it, and that didn't work. So I put it in a vise, and I used my leverage with my foot. And I did this several times. I've just shown it once. I don't want to bore you with it while I pulled. I just was afraid if I pulled too hard, it would go flying through my wife's windshield because I was leaning against it. So I thought, well, I had nothing left to lose. So I put the adjustable wrench on it, and I thought I'd just give it a couple of light taps to see if I could loosen it. Of course, one light tap, and then another, and then it doesn't want to seem to go. So then I just started beating on it like crazy. Because it's got to go counterclockwise to unscrew it. And then I just pounded. I was frustrated as all heck, banging on the darn thing. When I finally did get it off, and I had to get the other one off the other wheel, I came up with a routine that made it a lot easier and quicker. But you always learn the first time you're doing something, and you get better the second time around. But I finally got it off. Off camera I was doing a little happy dance, but I didn't think he wanted to see that. Ignore the date stamp in the upper left hand corner. I got a new camera and I never set the date on it, so obviously I'll have to do that one of these days. This sprocket, as you saw in the beginning, could go either way, so it was shot. It was rusty. I don't know how long it was on there. So I had this other wheel that was sitting out. Somebody gave it to me. I don't know what bike it was from. It was just one out there, but it looked like the sprocket was good. And you notice as I start working on this one that I've got a lot better routine, because it keeps popping the device. It's the thing with the splines keeps popping out when I hit it. So finally got into a routine. Tap it in, hit, tap, and that one came out in no time flat. If I do this again, which I'm not sure I am, on one of the other bikes, I'm going to make sure that it's really worth it. I got the other wheel back, and I made sure that I lubed, although I didn't do a very good job of showing it because it's right below the bottom of the screen, but put some grease on the inside threads, and then I put some grease on the threads on the spindle too. It's just the grease I had around. I'm sure they have some really fancy stuff, but mine has this anti-seize compound in it. And then I put the chain wrench on it. I always forget which way to put it. What I've cut out of this was about 3 or 4 different times I had it going in different directions before I finally figured out how to do it. Seems every time I do this, which is not frequently, I have to learn all over again. But it's tight, and then it goes like it's supposed to. All done.